This is Appalling News. I'm Paul Cheddar. Let's once again travel to the wacky world of weird and its ongoing war on words here in our very own British Columbia, where segments of the deranged have already started grousing about its oppressive colonizer name. But we're not here to talk about that today. Here's a poster for a professional development session that took place at L.A. Matheson Secondary last year in Surrey, BC. In this description, Raj Samra essentially explains that the goal of the session was to help staff problematize, reject the lens of the dominant group. This is what we call nodding heads content, or nod speak. No one in the room understands what the speaker is talking about, but are too embarrassed to admit it, so they just nod their heads. In this poster, Raj continues, double consciousness can be explained as looking at oneself through the lens of the dominant group and adjusting oneself accordingly so that you are in line with and thus accepted by this group. In school, this leads to a disconnect between school and home. What all this translates to is, you really wanted to be on the cheerleading squad. Nodspeak is purposefully verbose. But how can you, regular citizens, learn to write such bullshit? Easy. We asked ChatGPT to write a paragraph about equity work bridging double consciousness. The response was, equity work serves as a powerful bridge spanning the depths of double consciousness, allowing individuals to navigate the complex interplay of their intersecting identities with dignity and agency, rooted in the recognition of systemic injustices and historical legacies of oppression. Equity initiatives strive to dismantle the pervasive barriers that perpetuate disparities in opportunity and access. Who needs 4 years of university and a graduate degree in stupid? A teacher in Ottawa says that this is a great infographic to begin the discussion on equity with kids. That would certainly make sense if you have a statist worldview. Let's dig in and examine what this infographic is really telling us. On the left, we see how social justice warriors interpret the evil of equality and capitalism. Equality equals sameness, giving everyone the same thing. It only works if everyone starts from the same place. On the right, we have the utopian interpretation of equity equals fairness, access to same opportunities. We must ensure equity before we can enjoy equality. In other words, everyone gets access to everything no matter whether they worked hard, were qualified, or not. If I was a child in her class, I would be cheering the second screen. Yay, equity. Boo, equality. I want equity now. And thus the school system does not manage expectations and releases an unprepared person into the real world. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's first look at the coded messages here. Did you notice that the person on the left is tall, white, and blonde? The implication here is that they have an advantage because they are tall, white, and blonde. Look what we're assuming he's a he because we doubt the infographic company would have had it any other way, is up against a short, brown-skinned, gender-ambiguous person. How cruel it is for him to be tall, white, and blonde. But with the help of DEI programs, the short, brown, gender-ambiguous person has reached parity with the tall, white, blonde boy. Yahoo! Social justice wins. But does it? We're missing some very important points. Are they both the same age? Perhaps. If they just let the person on the right grow on their own, they would appreciate that different privileges come with time and understand that anticipating something, while painful like being old enough to drink or drive a car, is part of the rites of passage. Social justice clearly believes this is cruel and wrong. If there is an age difference, that would mean there would be a difference in what grade they would be in. What if the books on the top shelf included essays on Hegelian positivism and novels by Carlos Castaneda and Italo Calvino? What would be the point of raising up this height-deficient child only to have them realize that they were not capable of reading at such a level, crushing their spirit, leaving them holding back a torrent of tears? Have the social critical justice authors of this infographic considered if the person on the right suffered from acrophobia, by which it would be cruelly debilitating standing at such a height? Their ability to function would be incapacitated, resulting in embarrassment and maybe even an injurious fall. What if there were children in this teacher's class afraid of heights, or had recently fallen off a stool and had been traumatized? Has this teacher even considered that? No. This infographic has nothing to do with equality or equity, but is a criminal reminder of the unthinking insensitivity of social critical justice. Has Finland finally found a way to stop migrant men from attacking women in Finland? This video was created to demonstrate what women should do when accosted by a migrant.
Stop! Don't touch me there! This is my no-no square! Stop! Don't touch me there! This is my no-no square!
If you didn't quite catch it, they are gesticulating ferociously while singing, "Don't touch me there, this is my no-no square." We're not sure if it will stop an attack, but at the very best, the assailant will collapse into laughter and put some change in your hat. But we would suggest taking up Krav Maga instead. Who knows? It might win the Eurovision Song Contest. This has been Appalling News, and that's the way it is.